coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Toronto Thunderbirds. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. To throw. Maxwell airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 77 yards. And the Bucs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And that is going to be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a give right side. George. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Maxwell. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Taken down by Pete Werner. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Play action. Maxwell. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Maxwell. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try the left side. It's George. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Succop's kick is good. And that would bump up the lead again to 12-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this a very, very short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Now to the air. Lock. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Lock now on first down. It's brought in by Harris. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 8 coming up. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Here's Lock to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or riding the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Maxwell throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Maxwell. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. And they give this time to the tailback. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run on first down. It's George, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's George. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Maxwell escaping the pressure right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It's their quarterback with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. On first down, Locke. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Locke. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Locke. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Locke, he'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Takes it at the 7. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. They look to throw. It's Locke. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Throwing now is Locke. target Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Into the red zone, it's Locke. He's got Smith here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Locke looks to throw it again. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Thunderbirds get a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. George. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Maxwell. He finds his man. Complete. That's George. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Off the play fake. Maxwell. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career. That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Looking long for Thomas. And Luck throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's George, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Maxwell. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, and it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 3rd down, Maxwell throwing the out route and complete. It's Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's George. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now to this point. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st down, George. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
He finds his man, complete. That's George. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's George, and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Looking to throw. Maxwell. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Maxwell. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Block now to throw. Will find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
45's the mic. Time to go night-night. Hey, check mic 45. Check mic 45. Yeah. You don't want none. Check 45.
Now Locke. Got to have this one. It's complete. Kamara.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Lock going to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10. Lock. He's got the tight end, Vanette. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw it is Lock. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Lock gonna go on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check. Fresno.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Lock. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40. The 20, 10, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for...